Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Anastasia and I'll be running you through your Pilates math session this morning. Are there any injuries I should be aware of? Okay. Any pregnancies I should know of this morning? Any first timers to Pilates? Oh, welcome. Okay, thank you so much. Today we are going to be running through a full session. We're going to be working strength, endurance. We're going to be focusing a lot on your lower part of your body, so please listen to your body at these functional trainings. We won't be using any equipment. Listen to your body. If you feel any pain at all, please stop immediately and let me know. If you feel uncomfortable, please stop and let me know, and then we can adjust to what suits your body best. We are coming up onto all fours. We're bringing your wrists just underneath your shoulders, facing your fingers face forward. Shoulder blades, draw them down your back and together. Pelvis is scooped toward the forehead. Knees are resting underneath your hip bones. You're looking just ahead of your mat to keep a nice length to your neck. Take an inhale, shoulder blades all the way up to your ceiling. Have a look at your navel. Exhale, navel down to mat, forehead comes up to the ceiling. We'll go for 4 cats and cows. Take an inhale to a scoop. And an exhale to a lower. More. Take an inhale to a scoop. Nice. And exhale to lower. Very last one. Take your shoulder blades all the way up to the ceiling. Have a look at your navel. Exhale, take your navel down to mat. Forehead comes up to the ceiling. Bring yourself to a neutral spine. Take your knees as wide as your mat and your toes and heels together. Glutes come to your heels. We extend the arms on top of the mat. Forehead and chest is down. This is your inhale. Relax the shoulders. Slowly walk your hands over to the right. Your left hand will rest on top. Chest comes down to your thighs. We bend your elbows. We'll stay for 2 breaths. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. See if you can soften your elbows. Maybe move a little more to your right. You'll take your inhale over here. Exhale, walking your hands through to center. Inhale through center, exhale, walking your hands over to the left. Your right hand rests on top. Chest comes down to your thighs. Walk it down. Stay here for 2 breaths. Take an inhale through your nose. We exhale, maybe soften the elbows a little more. Maybe bring the chest a little closer to your mat. Lovely. We'll take your inhale over here. Exhale, walking your way through to center. Coming over to center, palms push down. We're pushing down on your knees. Exhale, coming up onto all fours. Bringing your wrists in line with your shoulders. The knees are in line with your hips. Taking your hands just outside the mat, keeping the spine in a neutral position. Exhale, bring one shoulder at a time down to mat. Inhale through center, we exhale, shoulder down. You have an option to move your hands a little wider if you need to. Maybe bring them a little closer. Adjust to what works for your body. We'll go for 3. We go for 2. That is your last one on either side. Bringing yourself up to center. Take an inhale over here. Exhale, walk your hands to the top of your mat. Take a breath as you exhale. Bring your chest down to mat. And we breathe. If you'd like, you can take your hands just a little wider than your mat. It's a beautiful stretch into the shoulders. We'll take an inhale to a left, exhale to a lower. We'll go for 2 of these. Inhale and we exhale. We'll inhale to a left and we exhale to a lower. Last one. And we lower. Lovely. Ladies and gentlemen, take an inhale. As you exhale, bring your wrists in line with your shoulders. Knees come in line with your hips. Taking your right leg, we're sliding it all the way through your wrist to get that glute stretch. Lengthen out your left leg. You have an option. If the hamstrings are really tight, you can stay up on your palms. If you can, work your way onto your forearms. If you feel comfortable, bringing your chest down, forward down. If you don't feel comfortable, try a little rock. If that still does not feel good and the hamstrings still feel a little tight, you're more than welcome to opt for your shot. This is your option 2. We're staying here for 2 more breaths. Inhale through your nose, soften into your hips, maybe relax the chest just a little bit. Last two. You're going to bring your wrists in line with your shoulders, elbows into waist space, your fingers take this as your inhale. Exhale forwards up to the ceiling. We're having a look at the ceiling, maybe dipping the hips down. Extend the leg, we tuck the toes. We lift the knee, push down with your palms and your toes. We lengthen your way into your plank. We'll switch it out. Left leg comes in, ground your right leg. Again, you have option 1, option 2. And your option 3. Go to stage where your body is comfortable. One side of the body is tighter than the other, so do listen to your body. You'll go for one more breath over here. Nice. Extended leg, we tuck the toes. We lift the knee up. Take a little breath. You're going to slide your way into an all-four position. The left leg goes to an all-four, right leg comes to an all-four. We're going to bring your wrists in line with your shoulders, knees are in line with your hips, shoulder blades grow together. Right arm you're going to extend along with your left leg. Pelvis is tilted toward the top of your mat. We are looking ahead of your mat throughout the session. However, just to check in, this is your inhale. Tighten into your abdominals, draw the navel in. As you exhale, we float your arms and your legs up to center. Arm is in line with your ear, ankles in line with your hip. If you need to have a look down at your hip bones, make sure both your hip bones are facing the mat. Take an inhale to attack. And we exhale to lift, taking your time. Inhale, tap. And we exhale to a lift. Lovely. We'll go for 4. Option for your resting hand, you can hold the fist. We'll take pressure off your wrist. Or if you need to, you can ask me, I can bring a block. You can rest your hand on that block. That way it takes pressure off that wrist. We'll go for 2 more. Nice. On our last one, take an inhale. Bring your knee and elbow together. Send that spine to the ceiling. Exhale to lengthen, taking your time. Slow and control. Inhale, tighten the abdominals. Send the shoulder blades to the ceiling. Exhale. We lengthen. And we inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Your pursed lips. We'll go for 4. If you're not breathing, stop moving. Breathe first. We'll go for 2 more. Nice. Take it for your last 1. We lengthen and we hold. We're going to stretch those fingers and toes away from center. Draw your shoulder blades together. Tighten through the abdominals. We hold for 4. We'll hold for 3. 2 more. On your last one, bring it in. Take an inhale for your cat. And an exhale for your cow. Nice. Neutral spine. We're going to rock backwards. Forwards, just a little stretch into the wrist. 2 more. Last one, coming to center. Draw your shoulder blades together. Tilt your pelvis toward the top of your mat. Lengthen the right leg. Left arm extends. Shoulder blades draw together. This is your inhale. Find your spot on the top of your mat. Tightening into your abdominals. Scoop pelvis forward. This is your inhale. We exhale. Float arms and legs to the ceiling. Take an inhale to a tap. And exhale through pursed lips. Bring those shoulder blades together on your lift. Inhale, tap. And we exhale, lift. One side of the body is stronger than the other. One side is more stable. So finding your function. If you need to, pay attention to that spot in front of you. If you really need for balance, bring both palms down, just work the leg, or bring both knees down, just work your arm. Find what works for your body. We'll go for 3 more. Beautiful. Breathing through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Last 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we lengthen to your hold. Take an inhale, bring your elbow and your knee together, spine to the ceiling. You exhale to lengthen up. Moving at your range, take an inhale. And we exhale to lengthen. We'll go for 4. Beautiful control. Slow and steady. Last 2. Nice. The last one, we lengthen, we hold. We're sending your fingers and toes away from center, lengthening through the spine, draw shoulder blades together. Just think tall. We'll go for 2 more breaths. Take an inhale. As you exhale, we bring your knees and palms down to mat. Take an inhale and an exhale to a lower. A last one. Inhale to a scoop. And exhale to a lower. Lovely. Coming to a neutral spine. Your option is to stay on your palms or to bring your forearms down to mat. Elbows are in line with your shoulders. Wrists are in line with your elbows. We'll lengthen the right leg. Shoulder blades will draw away from your ears, navel draws in. We're pointing your toes on your inhale. Exhale to a single leg lift. Tap on your inhale. Tighten through the abdominals. We exhale to a lift. Now, when you can lift, depends on your body. This morning, please work to your range. We'll go for 3. Last 2. We're going to hold on that last one, tightening in the abdominals. We'll lengthen to a hold. We're going to relax your foot. Bring your knee in towards your glute. We tap on your mat with that knee on your inhale. Tighten through the abdominals. Squeeze those glutes. Exhale, pulse for 2. Take an inhale to a tap. Exhale, pulse. We're going for donkey kicks. We're lifting the chest away from your mat, keeping those abdominals engaged. We'll go for 4. Tightening in the abdominals, keeping a nice length to the spine. Chest is lifted from your mat. We'll go for 3. Don't sink into the shoulders. 2 more. That last one we lift, we're going to hold. Take a little breath, shoulder blades together, nice and tall, nice and strong, tiny little pulses. We pulse up for 5. Squeeze that glute, your pulse in for 3. Only 3 more. Nice. Last 2. Taking a breath, we exhale to lengthen your leg. We're tapping the top of your mat. Now you tighten into the abdominals, keeping your shoulders in line with your hips. Exhale to take it over for your rainbow. We tap on your inhale. As you exhale, we up and lift. If you feel movement as you're going for your rainbow, we're going to close or shorten that range for your rainbow. Just tapping in the front of your mat and the back. We'll go for 4. Nice. We're pointing those toes for 3. Last 2. On that next exhale, we're taking that leg, drawing it in, bringing your glutes to your heels on your exhale. Take a little breath over here. And rest your hands behind the back if you need to. Hold for 2 breaths. Nice. Take your inhale. As you exhale, bringing your wrists in under your shoulders, we're pushing up. You have option 1 or option 2. Option 2, with your forearms, you're taking pressure off your wrist, but you are adding a little into your shoulders, so we're keeping those shoulders lifted. And we are lengthening the left leg. Shoulder blades draw together. Chest is lifted away from your mat. Spine is straight. Abdominals are activated. This is your inhale. We'll exhale to float that leg. Ankle is in line with your hips. Shoulder blades are together. Hip bones are facing your mat. Take your inhale to a tap. And we exhale to a lift. Stay nice and tall. Lengthen out. We'll tap on your inhale. And we exhale. Float that leg up. Lovely. We'll go for 4. Breathing, taking your time. It's all about control and intention through your movement. Last 2. Nice. Your last one, we lift. Take an inhale. Bring your heel towards your glutes. Nice. Tightening it through the abdominals. Lift chest away from your mat. Inhale, tap your knee down to mat. Exhale, we lift for that donkey kick. You can pulse for 2. As you pulse, tighten that glute, tighten into the abdominals. We inhale, tighten. As you exhale, keep tightening those abdominals. Pulse for 2. Nice. We'll go for 6. Nice breathing. We'll go for 4 more. Nice. Last 2. On that last one, we're going to lift. Draw shoulder blades together. Lift that chest away from your mat. Tiny little pulses. As you're pulsing, tighten into that glute. Tighten into that glute. Keep that squeeze. We're only going for 5. We'll go for 4. Last 3. 2 more. That is your last one. We lengthen your leg. Lengthening out. We'll tap the top of your mat on your inhale. Tighten through those abdominals. As you lift through your exhale, keep tightening in the abdominals. We take it up and over. Take your inhale. Nice. And we exhale up and over. Again, your option. Tapping just in front of your mat. So keep shoulders in line with the hips. We want to make sure we're keeping our alignment as we're working for 3. We'll go for 2. Take it for your last one. Bring that knee in. Take your knees as wide as your mat. Your glutes come to your heels. And we breathe over here. Nice. Inhale through your nose. A nice exhale through your mouth. Just breathing. Just breathing. Lovely. We'll stay for 2 breaths. Take an inhale, push down with your palms and your knees. Exhale, we're coming up onto the all 4. Bring knees together, come over to a sideline. And then you're going to option. You can stay up in a seated position. Chest is open, lifted to the ceiling. The waist is also lifted. Take this off so you can have a good visual for waist. Nice. We're going to come over to a resting position, your option. Just going to rest down, rest on your head using your pillow. Knees are currently in line with your hips. You're going for your 90 degrees. Hips are rolled forward. Now, take an inhale through the nose, tighten the abdominals. We're going to lift your waist up and off the mat, opening up your chest. Top leg, we're going to lengthen out. Ankles in line with your hips. Hips are facing forward. We're going to tap on your inhale. And we exhale, lift. So going to, again, your range of movement where waist stays lifted, chest is open, you in nice alignment, we lift. We take your inhale to a tap. And an exhale to a lift. That fingers behind your head, wiggle them to make sure you're not balling the fist, you're not tensing up. Nice and relaxed. We'll go for 3. Inhale through the nose and 2. We'll go for your last 1. We lift, we're going to hold, we'll relax the foot. Take an inhale to sweep, ankles in line with your knee, point toes, exhale to lengthen. And we'll inhale. And we exhale, keeping the shoulders in line with your hips. Shoulders stay open, forward, hips stay rolled forward. If you feel a sinking, keep your range small so you stay in alignment. Last 2. And for that last one, we'll sweep forwards on your inhale, tighten the abdominals, exhale, we lengthen. You're going to hold this leg over here, ankles in line with your knee, knees in line with your hip, chest is open, waist is lifted. You've got tiny little pulses for 5. Squeezing this glute for 4. Opening up your chest, breathing for 3. 2 more. Last one, we're pointing your toes. We go for little circles, throwing them from your hip socket, keeping your abdominals tight and lift that waist. We go for 4. If it burns 2, it's okay. We'll go for 3. Last 2. Take a breath, change direction of your circles. Chest is nicely lifted, your hand, your free hand, you can use it for support, in line with your navel, lifting your chest, keeping it nicely lifted and in alignment. 3 more, last 2, that is your last one. Relax that foot, bring your heel to your glute, you're going to give yourself a little squeeze. Lengthen your bottom leg, bring your spine to mat. You can gently just shuffle the entire spine to the mat. Your top leg that you just walked, you're going to draw that knee to your chest. Take an inhale, bring that leg to a tabletop, open up the chest. Exhale, take that leg across your body. It's in the opposite direction of the leg. So take an inhale, bring that leg up to center here, both your heels. Take an inhale, check in with your heels. Make sure you can feel your ankles. So ankles are in line with your knees, knees are in line with your hip bones. Shoulder blades are imprinted to your mat. Chest is up and open. Option, your palms are down to mat. Or you can have your palms up to the ceiling, which one feels comfortable for you. You're opening your shoulders over here. Palms are down, take an inhale. You're tilting your pelvis toward the ceiling, imprinting your lumbar spine to mat, drawing your navel in towards your spine. Nice, lightly, you're light on your toes. Pushing down at your heels, keeping your weight equal on both heels. Exhale, we're going up into your shoulder ridge. Take your inhale over here. As you exhale, we're bringing one vertebra at a time down to mat. Nice, slow and controlled. We'll go for 4. Inhale. You want to keep that space between your knees of the size of your fist where your knees are in line with your hip bones. Exhale to roll down, one vertebra at a time. If you feel that space between your knees opening up, you have a block, you can just wedge that block between your knees. It does hold. We'll go for 2 more. For your last one, we'll keep your hips lifted. If you're having a look at your hip bones, your hips are in line with your shoulders. Shoulder blades are down and away from your ears. We're going to take a breath. On that next exhale, going for little balloon pulses. Keeping that heels or your weight equal in your heels. Nice light toes on your mat. We go for 5. We pulse for 4. Tighten the abdominal, squeeze those glutes. We've got 3 more. Your last 2. Take an inhale, tighten abdominal, squeeze glutes, roll your spine down, one vertebra at a time. The right leg floats up on your exhale. Tighten abdominals. Take this as your inhale. As you exhale, we switch legs, going for a march. Take an inhale, and we exhale, switch. Nice, slow and controlled. Ankles come in line with your hips, and we switch them out. Lumbar spine is gently imprinted onto your mat. We'll switch up. Your pelvis is tilted toward the ceiling. That bucket is lifted. Abdominals are nice and engaged. Shoulder blades are relaxed to that mat, drawn away from your ears. No tension on the neck. We've got 2 more. Very last one. Keeping your right leg up to center. Now, taking this as your inhale. As you exhale, extend your right leg to the ceiling. Push that heel up. Getting a stitch into your hamstring and your calf. Take an inhale to a tabletop. And we exhale to the left. Now, you are more than welcome to stay here. If you'd like for an advance, as you send your heel to the ceiling, push down at your resting heel. And we're going up for a hip dip. Lengthen. Take your inhale, bring your spine down to your mat. And we exhale to a lift. If you do not want to go for the dip, you can inhale and exhale in your shoulder ridge. Find which level suits your body best. We'll go for 3 more. Choose which one works for you. Last 2. As we exhale, we keep your toes to the ceiling. If your hips are down, we're lifting up. Take a little breath over here. As you exhale, we go for little glute pulses. If this does not feel good, place your heels down. We'll go for double glute pulses. We got 4. And we're breathing. We've got 3. Last 2. Take this as your inhale with that leg up to the ceiling. Bring your leg to a tabletop on your exhale. Nice relaxed shoulders. Take this as your breath. 1 vertebra at a time. We're going to bring down to your mat. Ground your right leg, left leg. Bring that up for a figure 4. We're going to go in for a little stitch. You can option Hold hamstring on your shin. Little rock side to side. You can go for little pulses. Stretch to what feels good for your body. Only 2 more. Nice. We'll take this as your inhale. Ground both legs on your exhale. We're sending your left leg up to a tabletop, so 90 degrees. Take this as your inhale. As you exhale, we lengthen your heels to the ceiling. Nice. Take your inhale. And we exhale to your lengthen. Only 3 more. Again, you have your option. You can lift your hips, go for your hip dips. You can keep your hips lifted and just go for your leg extension. Which one feels best for your body? We'll go for 2 more. Nice. On that last one, we lift to a hold. If your spine is down, we're lifting up. Lovely. Take an inhale through that nose. As you exhale, we've got little pulses. And relax that foot, bring it to a tabletop. Again, your option to bring both legs down. Little pulse for 5. Just want to make sure your weight is shifted equally on both feet. If you're over here, that weight is sitting equally in the leg lifted and the leg that's grounded. 2 more. Last 2. This is your last one. Take this as an inhale. As you exhale, ground your heels, roll your spine down. We are going to take your right leg, bring it up to a figure 4. You can hold your hands, don't you shimmy over here. Little breaths, rock side to side. Nice. 2 more. Take this as your inhale. We are going to ground your heels for your exhale. Keeping your shoulders down. We are going into a shoulder bridge clam, excuse me. So making sure your heels, once again, our ankles are in line with your knees are in line with your hips, shoulder blades are down to mat, palms on either side. Take an inhale, scoop pelvis to the ceiling, imprint your lumbar spine. Exhale, we're rolling up into your shoulder bridge. Now pushing down with your heels and toes into your mat, 10 toes down, heels down. Squeeze those glutes, keep your glutes activated. Exhale to open up the knees. We want to make sure your hips stay in line with your shoulders. If instead, as you're opening up your hips, you feel those hips dip, we're just going to open to where you can. Keep 10 toes down and hips up. Exhale to open. Shoulder blades are straight. We'll take an inhale and we exhale to open. We'll go for 3. Inhale. Hold 2 more. For this last one, we're going to hold it open. Now inhale to dip your hips. Exhale, we squeeze your glutes, we lift. Inhale, dip. And we squeeze and we lift. We'll go for 3. Nice, 10 toes down. Beautiful, 2 more. Listen to your body, everything's at your pace. 2 more. This is your last one. We're going to lift, we're going to hold. On the next exhale, little glute pulses. Relax the shoulders, relax the fingers, wiggle into your fingers. Make sure your 10 toes are down. You're pushing down into your heels. Last 3. You have 2 more. Take this as your last one. Bringing your hips up. Hold. Take a little inhale. On that next exhale, you're going for glute pulses. Glute pulse for 5. We glute pulse for 4. Excuse me. 3 more. Last 2. Take an inhale. Tighten those glutes. Engage your abdominals. As you exhale with control, bring your knees together. Take this as your next inhale. Slowly, 1 vertebra at a time. Roll your spine down to mat. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Nice. We're holding for 3 over here. Holding for 2. Little rock side to side. Nice. We're going to take your heels as wide as your mat. 1 foot faces right, 1 foot faces left. Open up the chest. This is your inhale. Drop your knees down to the mat on your exhale. We'll inhale through center. Exhale, take the knees down. Inhale through center. We exhale to take the knees down. We'll do 1 either side. See if you can bring that knee all the way down. Keep your shoulder blades to mat. Nice little stitch in through the hips, in through your quads, through that lumbar spine, and into your waist. Last one. Lovely. Ladies and gentlemen, bringing your knees together, knees into your chest. We'll lengthen your right leg, holding onto that left leg, throw your head up, tightening in the abdominals. Make sure there's no tension on the neck or the shoulders. This is your inhale, exhale to rock up to a seated position. Bringing your knees together, we're swiveling over to the other side. So what we've done to the one side, we will do to the other. So you can rest your head down. Waist is lifted off the mat, abdominals engaged, chest and hips face forward. That top leg we're lengthening out. Knee is in line with your hip, ankles in line with your knee. Take an inhale, toes are down. Exhale, we lift. We'll inhale to a tap. Shoulders are down, option, resting hand, we lift. We'll go for 3. Nice. With control, keep lifting that waist. As you lift that leg, lift your waist up. So if the leg doesn't go too high, as long as your waist is lifted, you're staying in alignment, that is okay. We work on range and we work for range. At the moment, we work for alignment. Range comes with it eventually. Last 2. And this will be your last one. We lengthen, we hold. We'll inhale for your sweep. We exhale for your lower. So we can relax your feet on your inhale, sweep forward. As you point your toes, we activate those glutes. Exhale to lengthen. Inhale to sweep. Keep your shoulders in line with your hips. Keep the waist lifted as you sweep. The sweep can just be in front of your face or in front of your body, in front of your mat. As long as shoulders stay in line with your hips, waist stays lifted, you still have that control. We're not just swinging the leg. Last 2. Nice. On that last one, we're coming back to center. Take a nice deep breath. Tighten those abdominals. Lift the waist. Nice squeeze through your glutes. Tiny little pulses. Lovely. You can relax the foot. Little pulse for 4. Relax the toes. Relax the shoulders. Keep tightening that glute for 3. For 2. You're going to point your toes over here. Take an inhale. We're circling from that hip socket. Exhale. We circle for 5. Excuse me. We circle for 4. Relaxing into your shoulders. Keep shoulders rolled forward. Even if you get tired, use that hand for support. Make the circle a little smaller, but keep the control even when you're tired. Last 2. Take this as your inhale, exhale to change direction of your circles. You want to feel it in that hip socket. We're moving from the hip. The leg is just following the motion of your hip socket. Last 3. Last 2. You're almost there. Nice. Very, very last 2. Lovely. Last 1. Bring a knee into your chest and we hold it. Lovely. Knees into your chest. Relax your shoulders and we're going to breathe. We'll breathe here for a 4. We'll breathe here for a 3. And we're going to come into your stretch. Knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. You're going to take your knees outside of your mat or heels outside of your mat. Little rock side to side for your windscreen wipers. Nice. Lovely. Go for 3. Go for 2. Last 1. Bring your legs into a clamp. And we'll hold your clamp for a 4, for a 3, for a 2, and that's it.